Hey everyone, it's Dottie. It is Thursday, right? Yep. Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Thursday, and just got home from work. It is going on, it's shortly after 4:30 in the afternoon. We have a spaghetti dinner at the high school, put on by the band boosters. That's me. And my husband. Well, we're a couple of them. Anyway. Fundraiser for new uniforms for our students for next year. Hopefully we can get new ones for next year. Anyways. But tonight is also the spring band concert. Both my girls are in band. Kara, my younger one, plays clarinet. My older one is in percussion. But tonight is special because it is my senior daughter. It is her very last band concert, her very last performance in high school band. So my guess is it's going to be a little emotional. Possibly more so for me, but I can kind of see her getting teary-eyed too, because if they do what they've done in past years, they're going to introduce all the seniors and have them talk about a special band moment or something. That's what they've done in the past. We have a new band director. I don't know if that's what she'll do or not, but if so, I don't know. I can kind of see Kaylee crying, especially if any of the other kids start to cry. I can see me crying. I already feel a little emotional. But, so we'll have to see. Don't know if I'll record all the music tonight or not, but I'll give it a whirl anyway. Look at that. Aren't these pretty still? These are the flowers from my grandpa's funeral. They're in a, I don't know how long they'll last. They're in a basket, but they're like shoved into a green or something piece of foam. I suppose if I put water in there, they might last a little longer, huh? Yeah, I didn't think about that. Duh! I am not a green thumb. Never was. Probably never will be. But anyway. Okay, so that's it for now. I've got some things that I might want to talk about later, so I probably will be back on. But we'll see. Bye. Hey, it's me. It's just about 10:30 at night. We just got home. High school band concert tonight, as well as the spaghetti dinner prior to that, put on by band boosters, so that was pretty cool. It tasted pretty good. My husband and I went, of course my kids went, and then my sister-in-law and her son-in-law and two grandgirls went, so it was pretty cool. Just as I thought, the band concert, I got emotional. Yes, I did. So sue me. No. My daughter's very last performance on that stage, and I cried. Especially when they did, you know, senior memory, or, you know, your favorite memory of band or whatever, and they read hers, and or called her name and read hers, and I lost it at that point. I just started crying. I knew I would, and I did. And my husband was sitting next to me, and he got a little teary-eyed too, which I think that's awesome. We both are so proud of Kaylee. How do you handle this stuff, though? Graduation is a few short weeks away. June 2nd. I am going to cry my eyes out. I just know it. And tonight when I was watching her in the concert, I just was sitting there watching her and thinking back to her first dance recital when she was just like 5 years old, to her first Christmas concerts with school music programs, and when she was kindergarten, and it's just all these awesome memories. I'm so proud of her. And I just can't believe that the next phase of life is right there. Right there. It's bittersweet, you know what I mean? I'm grateful that she's just going to start out at a community college and live at home, because not only is it cheaper, but it's easier on me in that I don't have to watch her go off to college or anything like that anytime too soon. I mean, go away to college. I am a very emotional person, but I don't think I'd have it any other way. At least I'm not afraid to show how proud I am and what I'm feeling. So speaking of feelings, I want to tell you a quick something that happened. Well, quick. I hope it'll be quick. I apologize ahead of time for another long video, but when you got things on your mind, sometimes it's just, this vlog is for me anyway, right? I mean, first and foremost, it's for me. But anyways, yesterday I took a long lunch or a late lunch from work, and I went to the park, and I was sitting in my vehicle just watching the ducks and the geese in the pond and stuff, and I happened to look over and saw a few parking, I don't know, half dozen parking spaces away, this green Jeep, and I looked and I'm like, I think that's my dad. And I looked again and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my dad. So I need to go say hi to my dad. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. So I was saying hi to him and I was talking to him a little bit. And I don't know if I've said a whole lot about my dad on here, but let's just say that I love my dad. He gave me life. I love my dad because he's my dad. But I can't say as I totally respect all of the decisions, or many of the decisions that he's made through life, the way he's done some of his fathering, that kind of stuff. Now, I know I've talked a little bit about my mom on here, and I know I mentioned seeing my Aunt Karen at the funeral the other day. My Aunt Karen is my mom's sister. So I just want to say that my mom and my aunt, two totally opposite type people. And I know, siblings, yeah, they're not going to be exactly the same, but personality-wise, those two are just night and day. My mom was always very passive, kind of depressed, kind of, I don't know, pretty much that. Didn't have a whole lot of will, power, that kind of stuff. My aunt, however, on the other hand, was a very, very strong personality. Very, very confident, self-confident, didn't take no one's crap. I mean, she was just a totally different person. So I say that because I was talking to my dad, and he knows I've lost weight, and I told him, I made the comment about the funeral and everything, and I told him how, wow, Mom and Aunt Karen are two totally different people. It's just amazing. And I said, and he said, yeah, I know. And I said, I'm actually trying to be a little bit more like my Aunt Karen. And you want to know what he said? He said, and I quote, "You'll never get there. You're too much like your mother." And I just stood there, not really knowing how to take it, but fighting back tears, because I was just like, oh. And, sorry, I keep moving the camera. I can't tell if I got it on me or whatever. I was just like, oh. I didn't know what to say. So anyways, we just kind of kept talking. I think I just kind of overstepped it because I didn't know what to say. I was upset. I was hurt. So, and then I left there, went back to work, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, it's no darn wonder I'm not very confident, or I never was growing up, because the one of the people in my life that that is supposed to help instill confidence doesn't or didn't. Instead, they make comments to the fact that I'm not good enough or whatever, or I don't measure up, or I don't know if that's how he meant it, but that's kind of how I took it, and I was hurt. And I told my husband about it, you know, and he said, that's kind of mean, not very nice. I told a girl at work about it, and she said, you know, that's not nice at all. And she said, and another thing, your mom has passed away. Why not let her rest in peace? Why would he have to bring something like that up? That I wasn't even thinking about. But anyways, so part of me is very, very hurt. And the other part of me is very, very angry. Because I'm just like, you know, you're not seeing me work hard at losing this weight, at trying to lose this weight. I've lost a lot so far, 145 pounds. And I'm still trying to lose. I'm not just sitting back, blaming the world, waiting for someone to do it for me. I'm working on it. And if I must say, I'm a whole lot more, you know, closer to being like my aunt than I ever was before. So I have a little bit of anger in me and a little bit of sadness, once again. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. What do you think? Would you ever say anything like that to your kids, if you have kids? My other question has to do with the whole graduation thing. If you have kids that have already graduated, how do you handle it emotionally? I don't know. And if you don't have kids or whatever, or even if you do you recall yourself being back in high school and just wishing for graduation to hurry up and get here because you wanted to be done with high school? How do you feel about that now? Do you wish you wouldn't have wished it all away? Do you ever wish you could just kind of go back? And I know there may be one or two that haven't even graduated high school. Are you wishing your time away? Are you wishing high school would hurry up and be done? Stop it. You'll get older and you'll be like, why did I ever wish it away? Time flies, people. Enjoy every minute of it. Okay, I'm going to call it night and I will get this uploaded. Sorry for the long video, but I just had to say what was on my mind for my own sake. Alright, I will talk to you all, or you will see me, whatever, tomorrow. Peace, love, smiles.